Mr.
Who are
Rain.
you?
Oh, I don't know.
Stranger.
Yeah.
I like the beard.
I missed the rain.
It started and then it stopped. It said, oh dear, it's going to rain, so Derick's going to be happy. And then it stopped. Anyway. So are you ready to run like the normal run, or did you want to do a little bit longer? I know you're excited to see me, but you haven't run for a long time.
Guess what?
What?
I'm upgrading your MacBook.
Good for you. You realize you still owe me a favor for that.
Oh, yeah.
Either cash or beer.
Beer.
Beer. I want to leave my wallet here, okay, Derick? I don't really want to leave it in the bike, because even if the bike's locked, they could still go through the panniers and steal my wallet. So I'll leave the wallet in your place.
Yes.
Is that a new...
Hard drive. So the operating system, it's getting too old. You won't be able to download anything.
I know. That's why it was of little use to me, because I knew that some of the games I wanted to play wouldn't work on it.
I formatted the hard drive, but I said, well, I'll just, instead of formatting it, I'll just put this in there.
Put in a brand new one, a clean one.
I formatted the hard drive anyway, so.
Well, you know what you're doing. I really don't, but...
This will make it so faster, and then this RAM, this altogether, this will be 4 gigs instead of 2 gigs. And this is 800 instead of 666.
Well, whatever. So remind me when I leave. Actually, I wouldn't be able to leave because my keys are here and the bike is locked. But this, my wallet, my keys and stuff. Get your socks and shoes on and we'll go for this little... We'll do the usual running. 5 is a little ambitious for today.
Oh no.
You know why?
Why?
Because you could probably do 4.5 without having to stop and walk too much. But if we go for 5, you might find that it gets a little tiresome. It's up to you. When we get to level with your road, if you want to turn off there, you can. Otherwise, we'll go into Sydney a little bit more. So, how's work? Are you still at the big wheel?
Yep.
Big wheel keeps on turning and Proud Mary keeps on burning. Are you going to wear your Hoka 1-1s? Or whatever they are?
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, I think you're right. About the song anyway. Big Wheel. And then there's Big River, but that's more of the song for your dad.
Big River is Johnny Cash.
Yeah. How's your phone working? Is it still going?
What?
Your phone.
Yeah, it's still going.
You're not going to do this upgrade now, are you?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not here for the whole day, Derick. I'm just here to do this run with you, which is for old time's sake. We could call it the old time's sake run. I thought you might be in the Special Olympics with the people up in Nanaimo. I think they might have been just track and field. Oh, soccer, that was right.
Yeah,
Special O soccer.
next week I'm going.
On the road?
Yeah.
How come? Are you playing in the softball?
Yeah.
Do you wear those for non-running? Do you wear them just in the street?
Oh, I'm walking, running.
Yeah, so they're not exactly as new as they were when I last saw you.
No, but they still feel really
Soft?
good.
That's good. And what about your phone? Are you going to bring it with you with the iSmooth Run lady?
Oh, it's good. I have to pick it up today.
Oh, okay.
It's getting brand new. It's getting all the parts done. So that problem that I was having.
With what? Oh, with the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't text because you couldn't get all the letters.
Or the buttons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the screen. Yeah.
That was the other problem that it had. You couldn't use the edge of the screen because it had become desensitized or whatever. All right, so up to the end and then along the highway?
Yep.
All right. Let me just get this thing started.
You have
Workout started.
Did you
Zone
record
one.
that episode
GPS on.
of the two Penelopes arguing?
No, I don't think I did. You and I were the only two people who heard that.
Zone 0.
It's funny, that quite often happens with me and Norma. We get chatting when I'm running with her.
You get a good one, and then
I'm not even recording, I think.
oh darn it!
Darn it, I wish I was.
Zone 1.
Zone 1. I've got my heart rate monitor going, so I'm going to try and stay in zone 3 if possible. So I'm going to build up slowly until I hit zone 3.
Zone 0.
Oh, zone 0, it's gone the wrong way. It's a bit of a wreck, isn't it? There's the planes from the flying school. Actually, the one with the floats is a sightseeing tour from the inner harbour. The other one with the wheels, that is the flying school.
I wonder where the Corvette went.
It's been so long since I came up this road, I wouldn't know. Filipino cuisine. How about that?
Should knock on the door and say, "Do you have any food for me?"
Every year they go down to Moss Street, to the market. Depending how noisy it is along the highway, I might pause the recording just for the quiet sections.
Another pizza jump.
What?
Zone 1.
What's going on? Another junk bite.
I didn't see that one.
Zone 2.
Zone 2. Okay, we're getting there.
Zone 3.
Zone 3. If it hits zone 4, I start to hike.
Hi.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I had eye surgery last week. Well, I've only been cleared for running for about a week now. So I'm a bit out of shape as well. There's the Corvette.
You don't need to take a break.
No?
It's like,
Talking of blindness, I haven't seen my friend Graham for even longer. Last time I ran with Graham was about almost a year ago.
did you start running with him again?
No,
No.
I didn't.
I saw him.
Look, there's another two rough slippers.
I saw him a month ago.
See? Over there, Derek?
Not 1 month ago I saw him.
But he didn't see you.
No, he saw me.
Well, somebody must have told him.
He was with his wife.
Oh, with Christine?
And I said, "Hi, Graham," and then Christine said, "Oh, it's Derick."
And you chatted with him
Well, just for a brief.
a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never really did get back together again as friends. Because I know that if we did, he's going to say, "Oh, can you run with me again?" And it used to mess me up, you know,
Why?
running with him, because he was never happy. He didn't know the meaning of slowing down. And because I was helping him, he was holding on to me. He thought he could go faster. And when he didn't, he said, you know, like, "Can't you run any faster?" And I was working as hard as I could.
So if
He wasn't grateful, let's put it that way.
let's say if he went to a marathon and he was running the speed that he wanted to, he wouldn't be able to do it.
That's right, because unless he was holding on to somebody who was very fit.
Well, even if he was holding on to somebody very fit, because he was trying to push himself to that point where he didn't understand that he wouldn't be able to last this long.
No, that's right, because not only does the guide help him a little bit by pulling him along, he also helps so that the guy doesn't get so tired.
Time 10 minutes. Distance 1.38 kilometers. Average
But he
pace 6
wouldn't be
minutes
able to
58 seconds per
make
kilometer. Cadence
42
84.
kilometer.
Average heart rate 137.
Probably not. He would
Workout
hit the
average pace
wall.
7 minutes 11 seconds per
He would
kilometer.
do an uncle.
That's why he should be doing our philosophy.
Well, yeah, comfort zone. But that's it, you see. When I started using my heart rate monitor, then I realized I was in like zone 5 when I was running with him. And that was putting a strain on my heart. I never run in zone 5. Why is it only when I'm running with Graham? I was working as hard. I was working as hard as I could, and I was in zone 5. So that's the difference. Another thing that I noticed today on the bike, on the e-bike, was it depends. Hang on, this car's going to turn, but as long as they know what we're doing.
I phoned Boyd, and Boyd keeps. I told him, no, I've gained weight. Boyd,
Yeah.
I can't do that world record. And the world record he's talking about is a sprint 3,000
A world record?
for Special Olympics.
Oh, for Special Olympics. Okay, I thought you meant you were going for the world record.
Like sprinting.
See that? Is that real grass or is it fake grass?
I thought it's real.
Okay, yeah.
So when me and Sandy do that sprint at the end,
Yeah.
except I keep doing that for 3,000.
For 3K.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Today we're going to run about 4K. It would mean you would run full tilt
I told
until you
Boyd-
got to the fish and chip shop.
I told Boyd that, no, I can't right now because I'd get a heart attack.
Yeah. Especially seeing as you've been off training for a while. If you've been regularly training,
Oh no. Well, yeah, but it's kind of a risky. It's like, even if I was really fit, it still might give me a heart attack.
yep, there are young men who die in races because they try too hard. I'm trying to stay in that comfort zone. I could also call it safety zone. It's the same thing. Run in a safe zone for your heart and your fitness.
But yeah, I looked up your maximum, like the danger zone
Yeah.
for your heart rate,
Yeah.
and I said 200. And then I looked it up, and it was 200. I was like, oh, I don't need Google. I already knew it.
Well, it also depends on your age.
Yeah.
A younger man can maintain a higher heart rate for longer.
Well, it said this is for everybody.
Oh, general heart rate. That would be like zone 8. Hello, or zone 7. Racing is like zone 6. And sprinting would be like zone 7. And zone 8, you explode.
Zone 7 too.
Yeah, maybe. How are you feeling today?
Well, good.
Have I managed to keep you in your comfort zone?
You know, 2 days ago, I stopped eating garbage.
Good. Put it in the bin. If she gives you garbage, put it in the bin. Hide it. Hide it so she doesn't see it.
Well, I was thinking of giving some food away.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. You could always give it to me.
Can I do that after the run?
Sure. What are you offering me? Bologna sandwiches?
Well, yeah. the ones that could get you sick. Wonder why that got you sick that time.
I don't think it was the bologna. It just, I was super hungry, and I think I ate it too fast. And that day I was on the bus. I ate 2 bologna rolls on the bus, and it felt like I'd just eaten a brick.
Oh, sausage roll.
No, they were bread rolls, but they had bologna sausage in them.
Time 15 minutes. Distance 2.14 kilometers. Average pace 6 minutes 35 seconds per kilometer. Cadence 85. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 6 minutes 59 seconds per kilometer.
6:59. We sped up.
So, the guy picked me up, my coworker at Biscuit Chips, and he said, you should come back. And I'm like, no way. I'm not coming back to deal with the owner.
The guy who's neurotic.
Yeah. That guy tells me how to do dishwashing. That's it.
You're an expert. You could tell him how to do it.
Yeah.
Did they have a machine there, or was it all done by hand?
Machine. It was,
A whole bar?
the problem was that I forgot to close the door.
So the water came out?
No, to make sure the water stays hot. But I was like,
What do you mean, close the door to the kitchen?
nope, we just watched it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
I thought he was making you work in a unsafe environment.
Well, oh no, it should have been closed.
The door to the dishwasher.
I admit that, but one thing,
One slip up,
yeah,
and then he
should have been
started.
all mad.
He started yelling at you.
Yeah,
And then, what did you say? That's it. I quit.
the next day. So I thought to myself, well, the water's going to be screeching hot anyways. And
Yeah.
the dishes are going to be super clean anyways.
Well, I think it's something to do with sanitizing.
Well,
If the water's not hot enough.
yeah, I know that, but
You do?
It was hot enough.
Yeah.
If
it's too hot for your hands,
yeah,
it's hot enough.
yeah.
If the
And
plates come out hot,
if I left it open
Yeah.
for long enough, then it would turn cold. But because I was always doing dishes,
Yeah.
it didn't matter whether
you probably knew you were near the end.
Yeah.
Zone 3.
So it's almost like if you keep doing dishes, you don't have to worry about the door.
No, because it's constantly heating up the water.
Well, you're not getting enough time
To cool down? The box. Yeah, the cabinet. I can just imagine it like a fridge. You open the door, you put your tray in, close it, switch it on, and then the water goes. I used to think the plates span around it. They would all break. The water moves, the plates stay still. Well, you're doing better than I thought you would. Not only are you doing a good pace, but you haven't stopped to walk.
Well, take a picture of me here.
Yeah,
If my belly not as big anymore.
that'll be good. Let's go down to the geese there. I think I have auto pause on my app, so if I stop moving altogether,
You know,
it'll.
they're quite vicious.
They can be, yeah. I have a friend of mine who's really quite scared of geese. They seem to attack him, and nobody else. Public beach.
Oh,
That's nice, eh? Let me take a picture of you in front of the geese. Come over in this side, and remember to hold your stomach in. Ah, that's good. All right, come on, camera. Don't move. No, you're blocking the geese. Go that way again. That's it. Hold your stomach in.
Auto pause. Zone 2.
Gotcha. All right.
see, my stomach was, I didn't even put it in.
That's good. Hang on, let's see if we can get both of us in this one. Open your eyes, all right? That's it. They're all saying, what a silly picture.
This is my stomach not put out.
Pushed out?
Yeah.
Well, I think...
isn't that incredible?
Yeah. I think if you just ate less, that's all.
Yeah, that's
Eat
what I
less.
started doing. I just said,
Half a portion.
I don't want dinner. I'll just have a granola bar.
And if she gives you something you really don't think you need, just put it aside and say, I'll give that to Carlos, or I'll give that to somebody who has a dog.
Well, she gave me...
Oh, sorry, wrong side.
The next day, she gave me something with little pieces of sausage. And I'm like, oh, great, that's going to fatten me right up.
Well, it's not just the fattening up. Sausage has... Do you know what nitrates are?
No.
They're what they put in sausage meat so that it doesn't go off. It's like ham. It's got a lot of chemicals in it. And that's what's dangerous. If you eat too many bologna sandwiches, you're eating a lot of processed food.
Time 20 minutes. Distance 2.81 kilometers. Average pace 7 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer. Cadence 79. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 7 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
So we've been running for 20 minutes. We've done about 3K. Have we passed the fish and chip place yet? That's coming up on the next block. Where did you see Graham and Chris? What, on Douglas?
Yeah.
Were you waiting for a bus?
Yeah.
Ah. You could have asked him for a ride home.
Oh no, they're probably busy.
Yeah. Or if they're not, they might be pretending to be busy. I don't know. I like him, but he's a bit pushy for me. He was pushing me into my uncomfortable zone.
When he first started, he was doing good.
Yeah. And I was a fair bit stronger then as well. So we were doing good times. But once I started to slow down, then he started saying, oh, I need a faster training partner. And once he got a faster training partner, then he was moaning about me more. Because he would say, well, Andrew goes much faster.
And then you could have told him,
I said,
well, Andrew can't go as far as me.
well, no, not that, but Andrew is 45 years old, not 67. And then he would say, but I'm 72, which is true, but he's towing a lift. He's hanging on.
He can't. He doesn't understand philosophy.
Well, he doesn't understand comfort zone training, that's one.
The philosophy, yeah.
Yeah. Because we make it easier for him. So he thinks he's like a better athlete than he really is. Anyway.
It's like, this is not weightlifting. This is running.
Well, weightlifting is a different kind of muscle. It's an explosive amount of effort over a split second. Not sort of continuous effort over an hour. He couldn't do that. We did a half marathon together. That was the furthest he's ever run. And our time was like 2 hours and 1.5 minutes. That's pretty fast. I don't think I could even do that now. There you go. Fish and chips. Guess what? He's got help wanted again. He always.
When I talked to the guy, he said, yeah, we've had 2 people just quit in 1 week.
Huh? What, do you talk to the boss or one of the workers?
One of the workers.
Did you bump into him in the street?
Yep.
You keep bumping into people.
Zone 3.
Zone 3. We've managed to stay in Zone 3 the whole time. And this is your street, isn't it? So after the second car, I think. I was going to say after the Mercedes. But they're both Mercedes. After the second Mercedes. Yeah. Did you ever get a driving license, Derick?
No.
What about your dad? Did he teach you how to drive?
A little bit.
What, in the car park kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all dads do that. Hi. I remember my dad used to teach us to drive where we went camping. We used to drive in the campsite because it was private land. So it wasn't against the law until somebody was doing that, and the person driving ran over a tent and killed somebody in the tent. And then they had to crack down on all this unofficial driving in campground type stuff. Because, you know, who's to blame? The campground owner, they decided, was to blame for allowing people underage to drive. And the parents were to blame because they didn't realize that their son or daughter wasn't good enough to drive. You know.
There's been more reports of people driving high and causing a crash than alcohol.
Do they have a breathalyzer for pot?
Nope.
No? So how do they test?
They can just tell.
By the smell?
Yeah.
They don't have trained sniffer dogs? That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? If they had to pay somebody to train sniffer dogs to sniff for pot because they could hire you.
Well, because they're trained to do alcohol. They're trained to do like heroin and stuff.
Well, they can test for that, I think, but not on the breath.
The dogs are going to be confused. They're going to go, oh no, that's pot. We don't have to worry about that. No, then you got to do pot. What? After 20 years?
Oh, I see what you mean. The dogs were trained to sniff out heroin in suitcases, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some dogs were trained to sniff out salami in people's suitcases because they used to bring it home from Italy. They smuggled salami home from Italy. And that's against the law. Apparently it's against the law. So we were out for less than half an hour, Derick. That's pretty good.
You mean that's pretty fast?
Yeah, it is. It's surprising, you know. You're not as unfit as you thought.
Zone 2.
Zone 2.
You want to grab a Chinese apple on the way?
Chinese apple. Well, I don't really want to eat it right away. What I was going to do was I was going to help you if there was any food that you didn't want to have to eat. And if you didn't want to have to throw it away. But it looks as if you got just healthy food there now.
It's probably old.
Just avoid white bread if you can. Tell her you're allergic to white bread. Because if she's just giving you sandwiches to eat,
No, yeah, that's dangerous.
it's bad for you. Too much white bread. Running in Sydney.
Here's all the gross stuff, aka healthy stuff.
What's the healthy stuff? Those things? Yeah, they're probably less filling than a big roll with salami on it, or pepperoni, or not pepperoni, what's it called? Bologna.
this one, can you?
What?
That, this big box.
I could, yeah. I've got a big pannier. I've got a saddlebag. It's just that she might see me.
Oh no, she's at work.
So they must make you do some running for your Special Olympics. I saw you in a photograph. Coach Rob posted a photograph from Cedar Hill, and you were in the back row. Yeah, I think you were wearing that sweater. It was a training session. You weren't in your Special Olympics kit. I don't think so, am I? There you go, done. So let me see. Today's effort, we ran almost 4K in 26 minutes. Well done. Do you have a bag that I can put stuff in?
So you had a big hanger.
I do. It's on the back. I have to go out there. Stick it all in the bag. You can have the bag back if you want. So you don't want Vector?
Cause he's done a real.
You want to keep those. You don't want the granola bars?
No.
The only thing is, if she sees that they're disappearing, she's thinking, oh, I'm going to buy more, you know.
Yeah, no, I'll tell her. I'll tell her. Not like you. I'll just tell her I don't want them.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go outside and stand in front of the bike and load up.
Quickly.
Well, just so I can cool off, because I got quite hot in that run.
Wasn't too hot. Wasn't too hot today.
Well, I think it might have been the long pants. I should have worn shorts. These are like my winter training. Long pants.
Oh yeah. See you later.
All right, well, thanks for the food and thanks for the run. And we'll try and do it again on Monday, right?
Yep.
Good. I'll remind you. Bye-bye. All right, so there you go. Another successful run with Mr. Derick for my for my weekend show. That's right. I didn't get a chance to record on Sunday because I wasn't running, but today I was, and it felt pretty good. So this is Carlos from Sydney, BC, saying bye-bye.